So, this week's blog is to meet or not to meet. That is the question. So I've had a lot of debates with clients about the number of meetings that take place within their companies over the years. And I know the pain of a poor meeting. When I worked at Orange, I remember being on a conference call with France Telecom that went on for 3 hours. And in the middle of the call, someone actually fell asleep. And the reason we knew they fell asleep was they were snoring really loudly down the phone. And we had to do a roll call to try and establish who'd actually lost the plot there. But look, everyone's got an opinion about meetings. Some of my clients will avoid them at any cost, and others seem to almost have an obsession with filling their diary with conversations. But when you do the maths, these meetings are expensive both in terms of time and in terms of cost. And more importantly, some research that I saw recently seems to suggest that people don't really enjoy them and don't really believe that they're very productive or useful as well. Yet in spite of that, meetings are on the up. So during the pandemic, the average duration of a meeting fell, but the overall number of meetings went up. And this seems to be a particular challenge for people that are new in management roles, where they're trying to figure out what level of engagement they need to have with their employees. And of course, technology's not helped this because it's made it much easier. You used to have to grab your papers and run up the corridor from meeting to meeting. Now you just do it with a click of a keystroke. So there has been some research done into companies that have actively targeted reductions in the number of meetings. And when they've done that, almost without fail, productivity and morale and well-being have actually increased. So this suggests to me that it's probably worth our while looking at the kind of meetings we're having. So I'm going to propose that you have a meeting audit in your business. So this involves making a list of all of the meetings that happened in the company over the last month, and then asking yourself a number of serious questions. Number one, did everyone that attend that meeting really need to be there or really need to be there for all of it? How much did the meeting cost? Did the meeting need to be that long? What about if you were only allowed to have had half the time you actually had? How would you have organised the agenda, and how would you have kept control of the conversation if that were true? Was an agenda circulated in advance to enable people to gather their thoughts and any data they needed? Was there a clear understood outcome for the meeting and distributed minutes with clean actions documented on them? And then finally, if you made the meeting voluntary, would everyone have chosen to attend? So I'd invite you to do that kind of meeting audit and have a look at how you're organised to communicate around your business. Now, of course, as with everything, to be careful we don't swing too far the other way, because equally the research shows that where companies tried to do away with meetings altogether, that productivity and morale declined. But with traditional meetings clearly yielding little return on investment and actually demoralising our workforce, it's too high a risk not to act now. So why don't you try this exercise in your company and let me know how you get on.